I guess I'll take a little walk here during the camps, through the campsite. It's been probably 30 years since I probably camped here at this state park. Looks like someone's got something set up over there. That tent was here before. It's actually been here all week. I kind of been scoping the area out for other campsites that might be a little bit better than this one. But there's no one there. But like I said, it's been like 30 years since I've actually camped here at Bong Recreation. And I gotta say, it's probably one of the cool things about motovlogging now is I would have never thought to go on a little camping trip by myself, you know, on the Harley. And I think this is pretty cool, man. I feel like it gave me the opportunity to come and, you know, do something like this. Otherwise, I probably would never would have done it. You got to check out the bathroom facilities, which aren't really that far from where I'm at, which is nice. He's come a long way since I've camped here. Now, I had a video a while ago talking about experience I had with the tornado. They didn't have these nice sound structures back then. It was literally just pretty much a fence with fence dividers with like holes in the ground with plastic toilets that you would just do your business in. Now, looks like they have your typical bathroom for camping. I gotta get dinner started here pretty quick, and I got something special. Well, special for me, obviously you guys can't eat it, but hopefully you'll like the recipe. Been kind of thinking about it for a while, like what do I want to cook on my first moto camp? What do I want to cook for the people? And I'm thinking like, well, should I just do the usual hot dog in a bun, boil some hot dogs, or stick a stick in it over the fire? I feel like that's kind of been played out. Like, what's a nice, good camping meal? Something you can just put all together, heat it up, and enjoy it, and it tastes good. So, but yeah, very cool, man. I am so excited to do this camp. I think the two things I'm worried about the most, one, if I'm going to be cold tonight sleeping, which I don't think I will be, and two, is that pool floaty gonna hold up to my weight tonight? And there's camp. It's a pretty sizable lot, which is what I wanted. And I wanted something that kind of, you know, I didn't really get to see the neighbors. There's not much of that in this campsite. It's a very few camping spots where you really are dug in and you can't see anybody else. But I think this is as good as it gets for this part of the campsite. Now in Bong Recreation, there are sunrise and sunset campgrounds. This is sunrise, and this loop is no electric. The other loop is all electric, and if I went over there, it'll just be trailers galore. I was over there about 4 days ago, just kind of checking the scene out to see how well this grew in. And there's probably at least 50 campsites over there just full with people with their trailers. All right, well, I'm gonna sit down and enjoy my coffee, and let's continue a conversation. Oh. When I watched my last video that I made, I don't believe I left in the part when I was talking about creativity with motovlogging, because with motovlogging, if you are a motovlogger and you're watching this, obviously, you know, there's only so many ways to skin this cat as far as angles, as far as content, as far as doing a motovlog. I mean, we're really limited with one hand. If you have a 360, you know, at different angles and different places you go. And so when it comes to creativity, I kind of try to do my own thing a little bit. Like a couple of videos ago, like half the video is just me going watching the sunrise. It's a little artsy, a little fartsy. You know, I do come from a videography, photography background, and so I dig that kind of stuff, you know. And then obviously the rest of the half is just like a regular moto vlog. Different angles on the scoot, bring you different places, have different kinds of conversations. But at the end of the day, you know, I just try to do me. I try to do a video the way I like to do the video, and if people like it, that's awesome. I'm just kind of feeling things out, kind of seeing, you know, what I like to do, what kind of value I could bring to these videos, different subjects, different talking points. Another subject point, you know, discouragement is a real thing. It is. As much as I try to make these videos fun and interesting, visually, you know, appealing, different as much as I can, you know, it takes time to do this. You know, I put a lot of work into these videos. What can I do? How can I be better? You know, and when you put in work into a video and you edit it, because it's a big feat. It probably takes longer to edit than it does to just film. You know, you can go out and ride for 2 hours and it takes 5 hours to edit. And I do take inspiration a lot from movies and from other moto vloggers. And be like, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to try that, you know? And I'm not trying to be other moto vloggers. Because here's the thing, is if people watch your channel, hopefully it's because they like you. But back to the discouragement, you know, so it does affect you, you know? When you put a lot of heart and soul into these and you do everything you think you're supposed to, and you're really trying to arm wrestle with the YouTube algorithm, and then you drop a video, you know, and to me, you know, it bombs. Now, success is relative. My success is not your success. Your success is not mine, and so on and so forth. It's whatever you feel success is. And I feel that I have been successful with this moto vlog. But I just get my hopes up. You know, you drop that video, you kind of sign off of YouTube, you kind of come back the next day thinking like, man, is this the one? And then it's like, merp, merp. You know, but discouragement, I think, helps you be better. Think about it in a different way. Go back to the drawing board and just keep removing. Hopefully you guys are digging it. So, but all right, I think I'm going to get started on dinner. Let me show you guys what I got. Right, before it gets too dark here, I am cooking some cowboy beans. I pre-chopped up some onion and green pepper. Got some hot dog here. Got my pre-cooked seasoned hamburger meat. Some Bush's beans. All right, here we go. Onions and green peppers in. All right, now I got the hamburger meat in there. I'll let that warm up a little bit. All right, now I added my baked beans and my hot dogs to the meat, so I'm going to get that all mixed up. Got everything incorporated. My other camera is kind of dead, so I'm going to do one-handed here. Let's get that out of there. These cowboy beans are fire. They're so good. Like if you got the biggest can of baked beans you can get, one whole onion, one whole green pepper, 1 pound of hamburger meat, probably like 3 hot dogs. That's meal prep right there. sitting by a fire is so nice, right? It's one of the finer things in life. Just watching the flames dance around on these logs. Honestly, I probably didn't even need to buy firewood. There's all kinds of firewood all over this campsite. All kinds of dead brush and down trees. You know, you learn as you live, right? What's kind of nice before I actually got to the campsite is I kind of got lost on the way here, which is strange for me because I'm pretty familiar with my area of operation here that I ride in. But I knew I was coming here, and I knew the direction I was going, but I tried to take as many back roads as I could to get to this point. It was kind of weird because I'm like, wait a minute, I know I went too far west. I know I did. And I'm pretty good with recognizing the names of county roads, but I was so far out in the county here, I didn't see any county road signs. I was just seeing actually like, you know, Bob's Road, Joe's Road, or whatever. I'm like, all right, well, at least I knew the sun was setting, so I know I was going west, so I had to go north. And then eventually, if I went north far enough, I was going to hit a road I knew, and I didn't. But I came to an intersection that I recognized, and I had a choice, either take a left or take a right. Luckily, I took a right, and that brought me down to the entrance of this campsite. Yeah, I just got lost. I honestly went down a couple of roads I have never gone down before. And in Wisconsin, we have these things called rustic roads, and they're numbered. And rustic roads are pretty much the original roads from whenever, you know, from 1848 and older. 1848 is when Wisconsin became a state, part of the United States officially. And so a lot of those old farm roads that were originally built pretty much just for the community and connected with other communities, they're called rustic roads. And they're pretty cool, man. They're real narrow, a lot of farmlands, a lot of old houses, a lot of antique farms, a lot of just stuff you don't usually see when you're ripping down interstates or regular highways. So that was a real treat to see some of the stuff and get lost a little bit. So it was pretty cool. So, but this Motocamp has not been disappointing at all. This Motocamp has been great. I keep saying Motocamp because there's a motorcycle involved, and that's how I got here. That's how I'm holding all my stuff. Well, you know, it obviously is just camping, but I rode a motorcycle here. Now, the coffee, if you're concerned because I'm drinking coffee so late, my secret is it's decaf. It's a little easy on the tummy. Now, I know decaf coffee still has caffeine in it, but, you know, gives me an excuse to drink coffee all day long, all the time. Now, I do drink regular coffee mostly in the morning, early afternoon. Once it hits about after like 3 p.m., I'm still drinking coffee, but I usually switch to decaf. So I've never had a problem falling asleep. So I'm running out of good light to film. I'm pretty sure the way this camera works, it probably seems a little bit brighter than it appears to me, but it's actually getting a little dark now. But that is west directly west, and the sun has now set. So it's only going to be completely dark here in probably about half hour or so. And then once it's completely dark, hopefully you get a cool shot of my face just glistening in the fiery light below. All right, I'm all tucked in and cozied in for the night. This pool floaty is working out just fine. I made the right decision not to overinflate it, so now my body weight is kind of, you know, nothing's touching the ground, so it looks like it might be a win. So I'm going to put on a movie. I'm going to have my treat. This is one of my favorite things in the world, apple pie. I know they got Little Debbie, and I know they got Hostess, but this one from Kwik Trip, where I'm from, is the best one there is out there. So I'm going to enjoy this little night treat while I watch a movie and chill out, get some sleep, and see you all in the morning. Ugh. Oh. Good morning. Oh. Good times. Glad I did this. Did not sleep very well. Pool floaty held up for the most part. Sleeping bag, I gotta get an oversized one. That one's a little too small. I wasn't able to kind of like zip it all the way up, and then when I was tossing and turning, the bag wouldn't turn with me. It was just, and then the pillow situation was absolutely horrible. So gotta figure out a better way to pack more head support. So, but coffee. Now this morning, I was gonna do a freeze-dried breakfast. I was gonna do these biscuits and gravy, but really not that hungry. So I think I'm just gonna do a coffee and have me a little muffin for breakfast. Enjoy this little mini campfire. I didn't make it too big because I got to pack up and get going. I don't want to leave with the fire going, so I got to make sure this fire's out before I leave. but figured have a little cup of coffee by the fire in the morning here. It's about 62 degrees, so not bad at all. But last night, man, it's been a while since I slept in the woods. And the coyotes last night, they're wild, man. There was probably a pack, I don't know, maybe 5 or more. Felt like they were just like right outside my tent. I know they weren't, but they were going at it with the howling and the barking and the yakking. And then behind the campsite, that tent that's over there, if you see it, behind those woods, there was something going on over there. I don't know if there was some just primal hunter prey going on over there, man, but there was some wild sounds, some screaming and some just, it did not sound, it wasn't people, it was animals. But I was up pretty late because I could not get comfortable. The sleeping bag did keep me warm. It did. I wish it could have kept my kind of like this part up, you know, a little bit warmer. I'm so glad I brought my my winter hat with, because I don't think I would have made it without it, because my head was, I could just feel my face and my ears were kind of cold. But the tent kept me pretty protected. There was really no wind last night. There was threat of some rain moving in, which it's just like, I checked the forecast over and over again, no rain. But for some reason it was calling for rain at like 2 in the morning. Not big rain, but rain nonetheless. But it didn't rain, so that's good. But yeah, I gotta find a different pillow situation. See, I might have to get like an oversized one and just kind of put it behind me on the passenger, on the 2-up seat, because it kept me warm, man. But it was, if you're a big dude, that sleeping bag is not for us. If you're a tosser and you turn, not for us. But I'm not gonna sit there and sip and chow food in front of you for breakfast, so I'm gonna go ahead and just enjoy this little fire, this muffin, this coffee, and then I'm gonna start packing it up. So, all right, guys, check you in a little bit. All right, I am all packed up and ready to go. Camp is all cleaned up, the fire has been put out, and now it's time to head home. I will see you back at Midwestin headquarters. Hey everybody, I have made it back to Midwestin headquarters. Thanks for coming along with me on my first moto camp ever. I hope it was a good video for you. I guess until next time, be safe, stay vigilant, Godspeed.